Hi everyone, I'm Valerie from ChargedUp. Today I have with me Lionel from Westpoint Transit here with me today. Lionel, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, Valerie. Hi, guys. My name is Lionel. I'm the second generation business lead at Westpoint Transit. We actually provide bus transportation services for companies, tours, and events in Singapore.
Lionel, so what are the key factors driving transformation of private transport companies like Westpoint towards electrification?
I would say first of all, it's of course the sustainability factor. For us at Westpoint, it's important that we not only be able to walk the talk in terms of being able to reduce our carbon footprint, but we go as far as to see where the source of that electric current comes from as well. So we look at things like investing in solar power sources as well as stations. And then the second one, of course, is commercial. We get a lot more demand from customers looking for electric buses transportation, as well as electric vehicle transportation as well. The last one, of course, is the push from the government. It's inevitable that we have to move from the ICE engine buses to electric buses at some point. So it's better to start early and at least gain learnings while we start to adopt this newer form of technology.
I know as a commercial transport operator, what are the biggest gaps that Westpoint is currently facing in Singapore's charging infrastructure, and how does this actually impact your plans to electrify your fleet?
I would say the current biggest limitation in terms of the charging infrastructure would be the availability of the charging stations within the central parts of Singapore. We do see quite a lot of charging stations sprouting up in the industrial and perhaps towards the western and eastern side of Singapore. But as you get closer to the city areas, town areas, it is a challenge for our bus drivers to be able to charge their electric buses effectively, particularly if you're doing trips like hotel shuttles or tours. It is quite a bit of a pain for the drivers to actually reach the charging points and be able to swing back for the next trip. So that would be the biggest factor currently. I would say the second one obviously is also the waiting time. Even with the current number of charging infrastructure that is provided by commercial providers, the number of electric vehicles that need to be charged externally all peak at around the same time. So any company that operates an electric vehicle would be queuing up to charge their vehicles if they don't have one in-house. So those two factors actually do add to the waiting time, and perhaps also decreases a lot of the efficiency that we have as a fleet. And that is also another factor that holds us back from expanding our fleet of electric buses at this point.
Lionel, could you share more about Westpoint's plans to actually transition to a fully electric fleet? And also, what kind of ecosystem support do you see as critical to make this actually happen?
Okay. Currently, we are at 10% in terms of our fleets being electrified. And the goal is that by 2030, so within the next 5 years, we would like half our fleet to be fully electric. We do hope to be able to achieve that sooner, given the way that the charging infrastructure as well as the cost of electric vehicles have been progressing in the last few years, as well as the grants coming in from the government. As to what kind of ecosystem support, I would say it still goes back to the charging infrastructure being a lot more comprehensive. I would think that the cost of electric buses will go down as electric batteries as well as the components cost starts to reduce as well due to the amount of demand that's going in globally. So ideally, if those factors come together, that should be able to make operating electric buses a lot more profitable as well as sustainable. I think on my wish list, I would like the source of electricity to be a lot more true to what sustainability truly stands for. That would be ideally as well for me as a business owner, as well as someone that believes that electric vehicles can be the way to full sustainability.
I know we're very excited to have you at our upcoming ChargedUp EV Conference at Expo once again. So would you like to share some thoughts about what you're most looking forward to for the event?
I think definitely the main thing I'm looking forward to is to be able to speak and interact with my fellow electric vehicles as well as fleet operators. I like to also be able to meet some of the critical suppliers that are helping to make the electric vehicle infrastructure ecosystem a lot more possible in Singapore. I'm excited because this is the second time I'll be participating, so this would be a good chance for me to further conversations that were already started in the first installment, and at the same time get to meet hopefully new people as well.
Thank you, Lionel. We look forward to having you there.
Likewise, thank you.